Have the GSA, the Bathtub Jeff people. They're asking Congress for $1 billion in taxpayer money for courthouse construction. But another government agency says it's going to cost a whole lot more than that, triple the amount. Try $3.2 billion. Congressman Bill Shuster joins us now. He is the chairman of the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. Congressman, the initial number, $1 billion requested for courthouse construction. Do you think that's too much?
Well, when you look at it, it looks at $1 billion is too much. But when the GAO did a study, they believe it's going to cost as much as $3.2 billion. And this has been going on for quite some time. In fact, for several years now, I've been fighting this issue with the GSA and our federal judiciary. The federal judges work with the GSA to develop these courthouses. They overbuild them. They use numbers, projecting out numbers of judges that will be in the courthouse that never come to fruition when they finally build these things. So we've overbuilt courthouses, and they're always over budget. So we're pressing very hard to save taxpayer dollars.
How is it possible that you go from $1 billion estimate for courthouse construction to $3.2 billion in a relatively short period of time? How did that happen?
Well, the GAO looked at the way these courthouses have been developed with GSA and the federal courts, and they found that over the years there are things they underestimate significantly. So when the time comes to build these things and when they're being built, they go way over budget. So the GAO looked at a criteria on past courthouses, 33 courthouses, in fact, over the last 10 years that have been built, and they found that these cost overruns run rampant. And they believe that what these $1 billion estimates will end up being $3 billion. Again, we've got...
Sorry, as I understand it, a federal judge, was it a federal judge who appeared before you and said, look, I need this space. We, the federal judiciary, we need more courthouses, and we need them to be modern. I mean, he made the case, didn't he, that we need this stuff?
No, he didn't make the case. He did not make the case. And when you look at this, look across the system in the federal courthouses, the average time usage on a federal courtroom is about 2 hours a day. What I've been pushing for the last several years is courtroom sharing. That 2 or 3 judges can use one courtroom because they're underutilized. And when you look at what Congress does today, in my committee, we have a full committee plus 6 subcommittees. We have one major hearing room, and we share it. We work it out. We think the same can be done at the federal judiciary. But to this point, they've started to try to look at this, but they've really been unwilling to do it in a significant way to save the taxpayer dollars. That's what we're talking about here, these precious dollars. And the judiciary pushes back on us and says that Congress doesn't have the right to tell the federal judiciary what to do. And we're not telling them how to administer justice. We're telling them how to spend federal tax dollars.
Congressman, you know what's going to happen. Let's suppose you're successful and you push back and you get this construction cost way down. If you do that, you know what's going to happen. They're going to turn around and say, and justice will be delayed. The courtroom facilities won't be adequate. And they'll say, see, that budget cutting, that Congressman Shuster, he's to blame. Look what he did to us. You can see it coming.
Well, you may be right, but I'm not afraid of that because it's too important in the times we live in today to be spending federal dollars, taxpayer dollars, in a wasteful way. It doesn't matter if it's the judiciary or some other branch of the government. We need to make sure we're pushing back hard on them to make sure these dollars are spent in an efficient way so that we're not squandering taxpayer dollars. And there's cases of it, not only the overbuilding, when they do build a new courthouse right across the street in Miami, for instance, there's a courthouse that nobody's using today. Why don't we get that off the federal asset sheet? Let the private sector come in. In fact, in Miami, the community college has been trying to buy that abandoned federal courthouse for years, and they can't do it. So we've got to be smart about this.
Yes, sir. Congressman Bill Shuster, Republican, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stu.
You can do it.